So here we are back again with another desk setup video, and I know I told you guys in a previous video that I wasn't gonna make any more changes the rest of the year. Well, now we're here. So here's my last desk setup of 2023, and I think this is the best looking setup I've had so far. So going into the setup, I wanted to create a space that had a little bit more life to it. I think after having the black desk for a while, I don't know about you guys, but it just kept giving me depressing vibes. So adding natural wood to me felt like it was gonna add more life to the room and brighten things up. And I wanted to implement both white and black accents to the space, and overall just want to have a nice cozy setup. And I've really been enjoying putting the desk against the window side for that nice natural sunlight. Yo, what is up guys? Sam Pack here, back with another video, and today I want to give you guys a tour on my latest desk setup. But with that said, let's get started. So there's a bunch of things that I changed in this setup from the previous one, and the biggest one is obviously the desk. And huge shout out to Ergonofis, who's the sponsor for today's video, and they kindly send out their desk along with a bunch of other accessories that we'll get into. So this is a sway standing desk in white oak with black frames, and after meeting Matthew and Sienna and got to tour his studio, I fell in love with white oak. It brings a nice natural tone to the room and just makes you feel at home. This is the 72 by 30 inch desk, and it fits a lot of things that I need on top of my desk along with 2 powered speakers. The sway desk also has a nice finish on top that feels super smooth and is made out of solid wood, so the quality is very nice and durable, and not to mention very heavy as well. This standing desk functions a little bit different than most other standing desks out there, where it's a sliding function instead of pressing buttons. It can house up to 4 different users and also has collision prevention sensors that won't crush anything beneath it. And overall, I think this is the best standing desk I've ever owned so far. It was very easy and simple to put together, and all the directions were very clear. And in the back we have the Ergonofis cable management solution, which is a really long tray that can hide all of your wires and keeps things very nice and organized. It comes with this power outlet as well. I really like these holes so that it can easily line up your wires to look very neat, and it also comes with Velcro straps as well as cable locks. And here I have the Ergonofis drawer that matches perfectly with the desktop. I really love this drawer compared to the previous one I had because this is much deeper, and I can actually reach all the way in the back of the drawers to maximize storage use. And I also really like this sliding holder. And great thing getting an Ergonofis desk is that they have all the holes pre-drilled and aligned for you, so whenever you get an accessory like the drawer or cable management tray, installation is very easy and no need to worry about uneven placement. And whenever I want to change things up and get tired of sitting on my Aeron chair, I can swap out for this tilt ergonomic stool. This chair can rock and tilt in all directions and keep you in motion while getting work done. Not sure if this is 100% correct, but I believe this can work out your core. At least that's what it feels like to me. And you can use this chair to help stretch out your back and rotating in the chair. And another thing that I changed was my desk shelf system. So this is the Gather collection by Ugmonk, and huge shout out to Jeff for sending this out. I've been seeing a bunch of other creators using the Gather system, and I've always wanted to experience it for myself. So here we have the large monitor stand in black and maple. It's 38 inches wide, about 5 inches tall, and about 10 inches deep. And the top is made out of powder coated steel, and it feels very durable and robust. And on the bottom it has a tray that's outlined with felt for things like books, laptops, or phones, or any accessories that you want to tuck away quickly. And for me, I put my audio interface in there and it fits perfectly. And there's also space in the back to run wires as well. And this can also come in white or walnut accents. And this is the Analog, a daily to do on paper, and I think a lot of people miss actually writing on paper instead of doing things digitally, and this is perfect for those people. It is a bit pricey for what it is, but I think it looks very aesthetically nice for your desk setup, and obviously not for everyone, but I really like using it day to day. And this is the weekly version of the Analog that has a 7-day week layout for those to-dos. So other accessories that come with the Gather system is this zigzag pen holder. It has grooves for 4 pens, this small square tray, and I put my SD cards in here, and a large cup holder for pens or other stationary tools. So I'm still using my Mac Studio with the M2 Max chip in it for content creating, and it has 64 gigs of RAM with 4 terabytes of storage, and it is a beast workhorse. Best computer I've used for this type of work, and I can't say anything bad about it. I love the form factor because it fits perfectly underneath the Gather monitor shelf, and if you guys can't afford to get one, I would highly recommend getting this for content creating. So moving on to the monitor, I went from the LG C2 42 inch to an Apple Studio monitor. I've always wanted to see what the hype around this monitor was, but I couldn't get myself to spend the money on it, but luckily I found a refurbished deal on Best Buy for $1,200, so I had to pick this up and I couldn't miss out on that deal. And I totally get the hype now. I love how beautifully designed it is, and it just fits perfectly with the whole Apple industrial design look and elevates the desk setup. And not only that, I really love the colors and display, and it feels so similar to looking at a MacBook screen that I've been so used to for so many years. And it just felt so natural to get used to, because especially for color grading, since I've been color grading on my laptop for years. And I really love the speakers on this monitor. It's literally the best built-in speakers I've ever heard. The bass is really good, it has very nice clarity, and honestly I would just use these speakers to edit my videos and don't need anything else. Maybe having a headphones as a reference, but honestly I would do all of the editing through these speakers. And this was probably one of my best purchases of this year besides my Sony FX3. And for the webcam on the studio display, I wasn't really impressed by it. Even the center stage was kind of whatever to me, so instead I'm using the Opal C1. This is by far the best webcam I've ever tried, and it really looks like DSLR quality. And along with the Composer software, being able to control color grading, exposure, highlights, and shadows, you can really tune it to make it look the way you want it. And if you're considering the Logitech Brio or Lumina 4K, I would honestly spend the extra $50 and get this camera because it's way more worth it. For my peripherals, I'm using the same Logitech MX Masters 3S. Best mouse ever, hands down. I can't say enough about this mouse in all of my desk setup videos. Ergonomically, it feels great in your hands, the silent mouse click, great rubberized textures, and of course that side scroll is too goated. And my keyboard I have here is the Dolus by TGR and KLC. I feel like this keyboard didn't get a lot of praise that I thought it deserved from the keyboard community. It actually got a lot of hate when people got them in hand, and I think at the time people, when they were receiving their units, people were still riding that flexi typing train and they hated stiffing typing experience. But for me, I actually really love this keyboard. Also, this keyboard was supposed to be a dark charcoal color, but in person it looks more brown, and I think people didn't like that either. But for me, it fits perfectly with GMK Cafe, and honestly I don't have anything bad to say about this board. I really love the layout and typing experience, and I built this keyboard with SP Star Meteor Whites, TX stabs, aluminum plate, and here's a short type test for you guys. And this is a really cool Artisan keycap tray by my good friends at Functional Co. You guys probably seen other products from them like my wrist rest, and this tray fits perfectly with this space because of the wood color, and I get to put some of my favorite artisans on here. So these are my hard drives for all my media and past projects. I finally have space to put it on my desk on top here, and because I have it on top, I'm able to connect all of my hard drives directly to my Mac Studio with a shorter Thunderbolt cable to get faster speeds, and I don't have to use my MacBook to just transfer files like I did before. And here I use the G Technology RAID drive with 6 TB of storage for this year's projects, and the other G drive is for my Time Machine for my Mac Studio, and the YodaMaster RAID drive has 24 TB of storage to store all of my past projects. So right now I'm using the Nomad Stand 1 charger. I like using it because you can use the standby mode for the iPhone. I think this is one of the best features that we gotten in a while from Apple, and it just looks really nice with the Nomad charger. You can also get this Nomad Base 1 Max charger so you can charge your phone, AirPods, and watch all at the same time, but it won't let you do the standby mode. I also have this Satechi 100-watt charger down here to be able to charge my iPad, MacBooks, camera while I'm filming my A-roll, and just really anything. And it's really handy to use whenever you need to charge something. And my audio interface is still the Universal Audio Volt 2, and I use this to hook up my Dynaudio BM5A speakers, and I keep them on these white Kanto speaker stands. And in my iPhone 15 Pro Max review, I'll show you guys something really cool that you can do with your bus-powered audio interface like this for content creating. So that pretty much wraps up my desk setup. I think I pretty much covered everything, and if I did miss something, feel free to comment down below and I'll answer any question. And thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.